Hello, everybody. Back here again for another Idiot's Guide to Working Out. And today is my week-long wrap-up for week 7. And again, background is just some of the readouts from some of the treadmills and elliptical machine and that I did. As opposed to just sitting here and listening to me talk, I'd have something playing in the background is the main goal for that. This week, it was rather interesting. I don't know. The weather is crappy outside, so I'm not able to be outside at all, but that's kind of be expected this time of year. The one thing I did notice, though, is I'm working on my half marathon training schedule, and it's got me running 4 days a week, and I'm used to running 6 days a week, so I'm having a little bit of issue there still. Plus, it's got me running at such a slow pace and such a short distance. Like, it just had me run literally like a 15.5 minute mile, which is so darn slow. Or 15:23, I guess, was the actual readout. The pace is driving me nuts. I'm used to running a lot faster than that. Plus, I had just started, before I started this marathon training, doing a lot of like high-speed sprints for like 30 seconds, resting for 30 seconds. I'd worked my way up to like 10-mile-an-hour sprints with a 30-second rest, 10-mile-an-hour run. And I'd actually worked myself up to a 45-second, then up to a minute run with 30-second rest. Now everything is backwards because everything this training is telling me to do is to run at a slower pace. You just saw I just had an 8.49 minute pace. That's not bad, but it's still just, I don't know, it's odd. It's not really what I'm used to. I'm having a hard time getting back used to the whole, or getting into this program. I guess not getting used to it. I've never done it before. But what I'm doing with it is I'm just going to stick to it. And whatever it tells me to do, I'm going to do my best to finish that program and believe that it's going to put me in at a 2 hour and 2 minute 14-second pace for a half marathon. So definitely, if I can actually pull it off, I will be pretty excited about it when it comes around to that time frame. Like I said, I think it's only like week 2 of my training on it, and it's still just, I'm not used to having that. Plus, I'm used to running, like I said, every day at the gym, and a handful of days I'm not running the treadmill at all. It's really kind of, I don't know, it's kind of discouraging. So I'm wanting to, I don't know, I thought I'd burn a lot of calories, but I did. But it's still one of those things that just happens. Like this pace today on this treadmill readout here was 10 minutes, 10 seconds. So just below, 6 mile an hour. Not a bad time, but right here, having running 5 miles, and it took me an hour to get there. So I averaged 5 mile an hour. It's just one of those things that I'm not used to running those long distances at a consistent run. Normally I would run for a while, and then I'd walk. I'd run for a while, and I'd walk. My times at that way of doing it would actually be faster than what I'm doing right now. But the programming says I won't be as good a runner at the end when you start looking at the 13 or 26 miles for like a marathon and that. So I'm going to go ahead and just believe these experts know what they're talking about. I'm going to go ahead and do my best to stick with them. Right now, I'm still really bored with the concept of the training. Don't know if it's working for me or not. I'm still really discouraged with the whole training for the running. So right now, I was doing everything I've got in me to actually keep myself motivated to want to keep following this 4-day-a-week program. Still trying to get to the gym 6 days a week. So a couple days a week, I'm not even getting on the treadmill at all, which are the really difficult days. Seems really strange. And then I'm doing more elliptical work, doing a little more machines and stuff. Not too much. Mostly just really low weight, high rep stuff. Big fear of just injuring myself. I don't know exactly why I have such a fear of that, but I definitely have a giant fear of pulling a muscle, tearing some ligaments, that kind of junk. So I'm doing my best not to injure myself. Working my way up slowly, but I keep finding myself getting distracted, not wanting to do the workouts and stuff. Part of me just wants to get back to running 7 days a week and just say to hell with the training, but it's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the training up. I'm going to just bust through it. I'm going to try and hold my head high in the running and follow the training program. So anyway, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll do my best to try and answer them next time I get a chance. I hope you get out there and get your sweat on.